look nice and warm. It's a bit chilly now, coming to the end of October, and this is a nice quick one because the wind is about to go south. We don't like south or southeasterly or easterly or northeasterly, so we're going to hurry up and get out there and get underwater as soon as we can. Feel the wind picking up now. Welcome back to Bailiwick of Guernsey Shipwrecks. I'm JP Falaise and you're joining us for a dive on the Mearl beds. So if you did actually notice, we went north out the harbour mouth, which is a little bit weird for us given the wind, but it's a quick one tank and yank. We got to get back, so it's one quick tank. We use all of our air up that we've got in our tank and then get back to the cafe. So on this dive we're expecting to see the larger scallops more than the smaller scallops. So we make up in quality rather than quantity up here. And yeah, we've plenty of sharks around here as well. But they're no hassle. In fact, sometimes they lead you to the scallops. This is a big one. I'm expecting them all to be big up here. And we're slowly heading in a little trickle of tide, as you can see by my dust cloud to the north. The seabed around here is fairly constant, around about 20-25 metres, with small reefs, nothing more than a couple of metres high. Spider crabs aren't meant to be in yet, but you do actually get a few that are just stragglers that have been left behind. One really cool part about this seabed is there's quite big undulations in the sand, so you can swim in one direction and see scallops, but if you turn around and swim back the other direction you'll see even more scallops, just because of the way they're angled away from you. Sometimes they're hidden. You may even notice that the scallops have got seaweed growing from them as well. That's because they're probably 3-4 years old. This is where scalloping can be a little bit hit and miss. Two divers can go down and then come up against a reef. It's your own decision if you want to go to the left or to the right. Sometimes a decision can pay off and sometimes it can let you down. Plenty of these as well. This is a red mullet. Quite small, probably only about 5-6 inches long, 150 mil. He's feeding, he sees little barbels on his chin, trying to sense food inside the sand. You'll notice again there's a lot of clams around here as well. These clams are all prized open, probably been had by a starfish, I'm guessing. I mean, it could have been something else, could have been an octopus, but probably a starfish. Down on the seabed it looks quite serene and calm, but I can tell you on the surface I can tell it's starting to get rough. My bag and my reel that's in my left hand keeps getting yanked up and down. That's where you can hear it squeaking. There's also these little leathery pouches. I think there's something to do with clams or maybe some sea fans. Either way, there's plenty of them just laying on the seabed. Not quite sure if they're still alive or not, but I ain't got time to stop and look. Got to get these huge scallops. Wonder how many scallops I actually miss. I definitely miss some, that's for sure. All decent divers will miss some. You also notice loads of black rocks around here, and yeah, it looks like coal because it is cold. There's loads of it around here. It came off a shipwreck years ago, and it's just washed down in the tide. Sometimes you can see it slowly rolling end over end, because it's lighter than a normal rock. Decided to swim a bit further out, try and get a little bit more depth and away from the reef. Still only 19 metres though. Check my air, got loads of air left. 180 bar will last me another 25 minutes for sure. See the length of that seaweed that's growing off of that. I have heard that you can cut it like a tree stalk on the stipe, which is the stem, and count the rings. They must have summer and winter growth similar to a tree. I haven't actually looked at it before, but I might have to do that one day. Check out this. This is a spiny starfish. Looks rusty, this one. I don't think I've ever seen one of this colour before. It's almost like a mustard. Pretty trippy. quite large as well. And I think he's actually got a scallop underneath him. Or he's eating something anyway. We'll leave him be. I think on that one might be too small, so I left it there. Yeah, this one's too small as well. Every so often I catch a glimpse of rope. See this bit here that's wrapped around? That's all it takes to pull a pot bobber down or a buff down, and that's it, it's lost forever. I can almost guarantee this rope goes off to crab pots. Nice big male spider crab. If I was to take that back to the surface and try and eat it, it would be no good. I'm guessing it'd be really watery, it wouldn't taste very nice. Just take a look in between all these reefs as the sand's banked up over it. This is a tide pretty much pushing it up and over the top. There's a few round here. I spend my time just looking around this reef. I don't want to travel too far in the tide because I know Richard won't be expecting that, and we need to try and keep in an area. We don't want to go too far north, because if we go too far north that means we're going to come all the way back on the boat, and on our way back we're going to be hitting into the wind and waves. I know I always say this, but all of these are too small around here, which is a good sign for the future, don't get me wrong. I wasn't really expecting to see any smalls really, I was expecting them all to be large for some reason. It's a little hermit crab with a parasitic anemone on his back. Every so often I see stuff floating past me. Not quite sure what that is. Some sort of clear see-through seaweed of some sort. These are the clams I was chatting about as well. In between the smalls you always get the monsters. Look at the size of that one. It's a decent size. When the sea bear goes a bit rocky like this, I tend to just slow right down Just take a good look to my left and right. Don't look that far ahead of me because you tend to see these scallops looking straight down from above. Quick time check, I've been 16 minutes and I've got 20 minutes left until my no decompression limit. When I hit that 20 minutes no decompression limit, it means I'll go into deco, and it means I'll have to stop when I go back up to the surface. I normally stop anyway and do a 3-minute safety stop, but I don't want to be staying too long, especially as I know it's a bit rocky on the surface and the bag's going to be going up and down. Plenty of eaten scallops. All of these ones seem to be really well hidden. They've all got a little small tuft of seaweed growing off the top of them. Nice clean ones as well. Few small wrasse of some sort there, just hiding behind this rock, this outcrop. And also here, look, there's a buff. This is probably the end of that crab pot I've seen before, and this is what happens to them. See, that's a hard pellet one. I wonder what happened to it. I'm guessing someone was going up and down the Little Russel in a boat, maybe at dusk, and have actually put their prop through it or hit it with their hull, because them pellets take quite a lot to break, to be honest. My air doesn't seem to be going down. 140 bar and still got 16 minutes. I do try and move my camera a lot slower than I move my head. It does seem like I move the camera really quickly before, you know, you can sort of focus your eyes in on something to look at. But when you're diving, you've got to be quick, because you can't stay down there very long. Try and make every minute count. Basically whipped around in a big circle around the reef. They're awesome, these sharks. Love watching them when they're not really bothered about divers, to be honest. Some are very skittish, some of them will swim along with you. Majority of them just stay completely still, rely on their camouflage. Seabed's getting very rocky now. The majority of divers would turn their nose up at this sort of ground. They'd probably prefer to be a little bit further to my left onto the sand. But if other divers don't like it, I'll give it a go and see what I can find. You always find the odd large one. Looks like a solitary one. Doesn't want to move. I can see more scallops over there. Nope, that one's been eaten. It's a house for a small fish now by the looks of it. Completely clean inside. Someone's had a good feed. This is the prime area really for cannonballs as well, and there's other marine debris, there always is, old bottles and stuff. This used to be the sort of ground you'd find lumpfish on. I haven't seen a lumpfish for many, many years. Not quite sure what happened to all of them. Look at this. This is just the rim of a plate. How does a plate break like that? Quite a good viz. I could probably see 10 metres in front of me. Just gonna have a little stop and have a bit of a rest. Figure out what I'm going to do. Loads of small scallops around here as well. Getting to that point of the dive where I just take a little look around and see what ground's around me, and I decide to myself, is it worth carrying on? Or shall I go up? Nah, there's plenty more big ones around here, so I'm going to carry on for a little bit longer. Lights off. This normally means I'm going to say one more scallop and then I'm going up. Oh, looks really cold and dreary. Not a bad bag. A lot of big ones in there. You can see the waves, look, trying to pull my bag. So this is where I think to myself, one more. Nope. 120, half a tank left, 13 minutes left. Let's just go up. Let's call it a day. Let's save this half a tank for another day. Look how my bag's going up and down, up and down. I know Richard's going to be cursing us because he's been on the boat the whole time waiting for us. That's the worst thing about doing the boat. Yep. Looks like it's pretty rough on the surface. It's a little bit nerve-wracking because when there's waves like this you can't see the boat anywhere because you're too low in the water. But I know he's not far away because as I put my ears under the water I can hear it's close. And there it is, coming straight for me. Looks like it's really far away, but it doesn't take long to quick get towards you. It's deceiving when you're at water level how fast things actually move. That's why you've got to be super cautious when you're on the surface around boats.
That wind is coming up now. It's alright for Richard, he's in the wheelhouse. What was it like up here for you? Those are all big ones.
Some of these are absolute beasts. Yeah, some are massive.
The weight of some of them.
I mean, they're not Sarkies, but they're big.
The rows of them.
There's a bit of weight in them, I know it's the shell and the slipper limpets and stuff, but... Ooh. Beautiful. Thanks for coming along on another dive with us, and I'll catch you on the next tide.